Hello, Sumo fans. I'm Scott Finley, and welcome to another episode of the Sumo News, right here on World of Sumo. Oh, geez, back-to-back news videos, you lucky ducks, eh? You're welcome. Nah, that Hokuseiho madness needed its own video. If you haven't checked that out yet, here it is in my previous news. We link there, link in the description as always. Now, for a more positive news video, so you all don't need to go to bed too depressed with sumo at the moment, February and June are known as wedding months in the sumo world, and Chiyoshima did not disappoint. And who's technically been legally married since 2018, finally had his long-awaited wedding ceremony and reception this month. Reflecting on the occasion, he remarked that if he wasn't married, he would have retired long ago, giving his wife much credit of helping him be able to find the fight to go on in sumo. Up next, Hokuto Fuji, surely wanting to make sure he was still able to tie some sort of top knot before his hair truly gave in for his wedding photos. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I feel him. I've had long hair all my adult life, and now even I start to see mine thinning somewhat. Time cometh and waiteth for no man. Although I am sure he damaged his hair follicles on his scalp with all that blind headbutting over the years. He also has been married for some time, but celebrated his wedding reception this month alongside his lovely wife. We ain't done yet. Over at the Midori Fuji household, festivities were also underway as Midori Fuji and his wife celebrated their wedding ceremony. The couple, legally married since March last year. I know, man, all these married 1 year but don't get your party for another 2 madness. Anyway, they recently welcomed their daughter into the world 4 months ago, so they had much to celebrate. His wife is actually the daughter of a Koenkai member who he first met at a hair party during his debut year. However, it wasn't until July 22 that their paths crossed again, leading to Midori Fuji proposing after just 3 months of dating. All the luck to all of them in their new beginnings together. Speaking of new beginnings, former Yokozuna Kakuryū, now known as Otowayama Oyakata, has opened the doors of his stable, extending an invitation to young and inspiring wrestlers to train under his tutelage. The decision marks a pivotal moment in his post-sumo career and underscores his commitment to nurturing the next generation of sumo talent. Like the nice guy he is, because you will be hard-pressed to find a bad word said about this former Yokozuna. Something I found funny was the names of his 2 main aspiring wrestlers he has under him now. One goes by the name of Kakuryū, and the other goes by the name of Kakuryū. The significance of these names is not lost on observers, as they are clearly a blend of Otowayama Oyakata's own name and that of the name of Yokozuna Hakuho. Could this be a sign of Otowayama's belief in his potential young student's future? Absolutely, of course it is. Good luck to him and all of his students. Great to see what he's doing in sumo. A wee side note before we wrap up for a shout out for someone, folks. As you guys know, I am involved in running the sumo scene here in the UK, and I run the scene here in Scotland as its president. Well, I took a couple of wrestlers to the European Cup in Estonia last week. What a blast we had. Love the country. After only 6 months of training with me, my student Chris got the 2nd bronze in heavyweight and gave the world champion from Ukraine a run for his money to boot. Seeming to win, only for a mono-e and a rematch to be called, losing that bout. But that's just how it goes sometimes. But you know what, well, these things happen at times, nothing you can do, such as the cookie crumbles. The shout out before you notice that I'm just using this as an excuse to slip this in here. While in the airport en route, I was stopped by a guy and asked, "Are you Scott Finley?" See, once I stopped being paranoid for a second, realising that I wasn't in any trouble with the airport staff somehow, and that this man wasn't after me for something I'd done. I'm like, why is some random guy and stop me in the airport? Never happened. He said, "I watch World of Sumo, I'm a fan." He was very polite and asked for a picture. Of course, I said aye, but in my shock of actually being recognised by someone that wasn't, you know, like obviously people know me when I go to Japanese things or whatever, or sumo things, but not just randomly in public. So once I got over that, no, the shock of that made me forget to get my own photo. So to you, Gordon, Dear Sumo gods, please let me have remembered your name. Thank you for stopping me, mate. It made my day, and any chance you could email that picture to me with this email right here, that would be much appreciated. And that's it for this episode of the Sumo News. Thank you as always for watching, and Sumo fans, remember, if nothing else, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Oh, what a nugget!